behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you in just a couple moments, but before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. And when you do that, you're going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And feel free to you can use a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And feel free to make a comment anywhere, anything there, and send us an inbox, and feel free to like the page. We'd love to hear from you there. And also, if you email us, it's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And you can use that if you're a band or solo artist that want to be on the show. But if you're simply a fan, we'd love to hear from you there as well. So send us a fan mail. We'd love to respond to you there. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Vancouver, Canada, we have The Mighty One, a real awesome band. I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in just a second, but we got Smart World TV commercials again, so we're going to play that for you, then we'll go right to the interview, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
All right, everybody, it's interview time as promised, and with us from Vancouver, Canada, we have Tim from the band The Mighty One. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
So great to be here, Mark.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about how it all began for you as an artist, because, you know, everybody has their own story. I'm sure you got a good story you want to share with us.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in northern British Columbia, and I grew up on a farm. And my dad was the organist in the church. And so the church was kind of where I learned all about music. And my family, we were a pretty musical family, so everybody loved to perform. So that was really my first taste of show business was actually in the church. And but growing up on the farm, it really wasn't my favorite place to be. I didn't really like it that much. And once I got a taste of the city, all I could think about was getting out of there and getting to the city and go rock and roll. I got my first Kiss record at age 13. It was Kiss Destroyer. And, that was just such a big deal for me. And I fell in love with that whole brand of glam, hard rock and roll. And, I started playing drums at an early age, and then I played bass. And once I got Kiss record, I said to my parents, you know what, I really want a guitar and an amp. And, up until then, I'd actually been playing in church every week too, playing the bass, playing the drums. But when I got the guitar and I plugged in the distortion pedal, I'm telling you, they weren't so happy anymore. So I had to get, I wasn't even allowed to play in the house after a while. And I had to take it out to one of the buildings, one of the outbuildings with this silo, this big metal silo. And I ran a 300-foot of extension cord all the way from the pig and chicken barn all the way out to the silo. And I'll never forget plugging in the amp and the guitar and hitting that first chord with the amp cranked to 10 and going like, whoa, this is what I am meant to do. And ever since then, the torch of rock and roll was lit inside of me. And, as soon as I could, I think it was 2 days after graduation, I left home and I flew to Vancouver. I got into a band right away. That first cover band, I ended up in a Van Halen tribute band. And next thing I know, this Van Halen tribute band is a is an original band, and then Kiss was playing here in Vancouver, and ended up getting a tape to Paul Stanley from Kiss, and they gave us a call from the tour bus on their way to Seattle from Vancouver, and it's probably one of those big, brick cell phones, those really big ones they used to have back in the 80s. It was probably one of those. And Paul Stanley said, "Hey, I want you boys to come down to Seattle tonight. I want you to be my guest." And we ended up signing a record and management deal with Paul Stanley from Kiss. And that's how it all started, my friend.
Wow, that's an amazing story there, Tim. Well, why don't you? I mean, I'm sure you just mentioned Kiss, but did you have any other influences that helped you along the way on your artistic styles and music?
Well, for sure. I mean, I was playing Van Halen music, so I was really in love with Van Halen too. I mean, if I go back a little bit further, when I was 13 or so, there was Uriah Heep. There was Nazareth. Nazareth was a huge influence for me. Singer from Nazareth is somebody I sometimes I listen to my voice and I go, wow, that really did influence me as a kid. So those were kind of my other influences. Of course, then after that, AC/DC, all that good stuff. But I would say definitely at the top of the pile is Kiss and Van Halen.
Okay, well, that sounds like good influences. I can definitely tell it in your sound too. So, if anybody's watching this right now, they may want to go listen to your music. How will they do that? Is it all streaming platforms? Do you have physical copies? Let us know.
Yeah, we got it's on all the streaming platforms. And then if you go to our website, which is torchofrockandroll.com, there's a link to our Bandcamp there. You can order physical copies there. Got some great merch and things like that. But yeah, and I always respond personally to everybody. So I look forward to people really reaching out.
Okay. Well, everybody go to those streaming platforms right now and download the music from the Mighty One. I'm sure they'll really love you for that. And
Yes.
and we're getting ready to watch this video from you. I think it's called "Christmas in the North." I do believe is the name of the song.
Yeah. So it's we're coming up to Thanksgiving here as we're recording. You said Thanksgiving starts tomorrow, so at the time of this recording, anyway. And so I have just re-released in North America this song, the single "Christmas in the North," and this has got an interesting song to it, my man, because during the pandemic when things were really crazy and the beginning of 2020, I ended up making friends with a DJ in New Zealand. You had said you have some connections to Australia, but I made friends with this DJ in Australia, in New Zealand. I'm sorry, and they started playing the Mighty One, and they introduced me to this band from Norway called Viking Queen, who I think you'd probably like to interview sometime. And anyways, we would all get together, the producer, the DJ, and the band from Norway. We'd sit together and we'd drink beers here till like all hours, right? Because we're all on different time zones. And so we would get together almost every Friday night and do that. And in one of those Friday nights, Gear, the manager of Viking Queen, says to me, he says, "Tim, we need to do a Christmas song." And I'm like, "Excellent, let's do that. What would it be called?" And he said it'd be called "Christmas in the North." And the next day I started working on it. And it's this is the song that you're going to see the video for. Viking Queen sent us some video. We shot some video here. They sent us tracks. I recorded everything here and in this studio, in our recording studio here. And it turned into this huge production and a great hit. I think everybody's going to like it. It's about, realizing that even though we're on other sides of the world, we're still very connected. Obviously, I'm up in the Great White North, and they're up in the Great White North. And so it really came together. It was a real brother and sister and family thing. And one of the guys who's actually a huge star in Norway, his name is Kai Zombie. He's got a few bands there. Anyways, we got him to step in and actually sing the second verse, which was really exciting.
Okay. Well, I really love the video, and I know everybody's dying to get into the song, and we'll get to that in just a moment or so. But We want to thank you again, Tim, for coming on the show. We'd love to have you back sometime, and maybe you can plug something new for us.
I would love to come back sometime. And once again, my friend, I wish you all down there a very, very, very happy Thanksgiving.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And let's waste no more time. Let's watch Christmas in the North by the Mighty One right here on Paul Mash TV. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Galaxy 107 FM in New Zealand, introducing from Canada, the Mighty One, and from Norway, Viking Queen, and I'm proud to debut their Christmas song, Christmas in the North, featuring Kai Zombie. Turn it